Hello, my friends, and welcome to yet another edition of Super Movie Fans on KHBT. I am your host, Pat Delaney, and today's movie that we are discussing on Super Movie Fans is a little classic known as The Blues Brothers. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd star as Jake and Elwood Blues, who reunite their rhythm and blues band in order to save the orphanage in which they grew up. Joining me as co-host of Super Movie Fans is the one and only Tom the Blues Ignarski. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, I'm doing well, Pat. How are you doing as well?
I'm okay. Hanging in there. What with, all that's, going on there in the world.
Yeah, it's been quite unfortunate, all the stuff they got going on with everything. I wish everybody good health. I am actually down 47.9 pounds, my friend, and I would like to attribute that to, focusing my time at home on eating healthier, but it is more so due to the unfortunate closing of Coach Dicka's restaurant in downtown Chicago on Chestnut Street.
That is very unfortunate.
The list goes on and on of things that I have had to cut out of my diet. Pot roast nachos, the William Refrigerator Perry cheeseburger, the 46-ounce sirloin. We got Coach Dicka's special craft beer that he's got there. We got the jalapeno cornbread. The list goes on and on, my friend.
We've all had to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, the hard part has been not so much wearing the mask, but more so that due to my large circumference of my cranium, I do have to wear what they use on race horses when it is the winter time. I have to wear one of the horse jackets around my face.
But the show must go on, my friend, and I am glad you are communicating with me via the phone. Now we will commence what is known as Super Movie Fans. So we are talking about the Blues Brothers. And Tom, I understand you had sort of a big scene in the movie there. You were a stuntman in the mall, right?
The slight correction to my dear friend Pat. I was unaware they were filming a movie at the mall and had simply wandered in to get myself an Orange Julius. Much to my surprise and dismay, I was rear-ended by an Illinois State police car that then shattered my tailbone. But hey, every time they rerun the movie, I get a 17-cent residual check. So, that's not too bad.
Hey, I'll take that check, my friend. No doubt. So, Tom, looking at the film from an unbiased perspective, pretending you were not involved at all in any way, how would you rank The Blues Brothers among the top American films of all time?
Oh, that's an easy number one all the way. It's got everything. Music, comedy, cars, Chicago. It's truly a masterpiece.
And speaking of masterpieces and Chicago, Tom and I just finished binge watching The Last Dance, that documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Tom, how did you enjoy that series?
Real good, Pat, real good. I enjoyed all 10 hours of it.
Some say it was a little bit long for 10 hours. What do you say?
I say it's not long enough, much like the tenure of that team that they had. I say I would have watched 600 hours of The Last Dance.
So the climax of said documentary, spoiler alert, folks, the Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz in the 98 finals to clinch their rightful sixth championship trophy. Now, Tom, of course that's no surprise to us, but what do you think would have happened if the Bulls didn't sign Jordan back and instead signed the Blues Brothers?
Do they wear the Bulls uniforms or do they got the suits on?
Regulation uniforms, with the exception of the hat and the sunglasses. They will remain on.
I think the Bulls Brothers would have swept the Jazz in 4 games. Easy. I mean, Blues versus Jazz? Come on. Blues wins.
But let's say that MJ did return to the Bulls and did not retire in 1998.
Would it be out of the question for the Bulls to win 26 additional championships?
Not at all. I was thinking 27. Now, what if a certain coach, Phil Jackson, did not return and we had instead a certain coach, Ditka, at the helm?
I believe the number is so great that it cannot be expressed by a real number.
Well, on that note, my friend, we are going to take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors. More Super Movie Fans right after this. Super Movie Fans on KHBT is sponsored by Ray's Toilet Paper Exchange, now located in the historic hot dog district of South Chicago. Ray's has all your TP needs. Don't have the cash? Why not trade for it? Ray's takes in speaker wire, copper tubing, 8x10s of Mike Ditka, and more. That's Ray's Toilet Paper Exchange, your number one source for your number two needs. Welcome back to Super Movie Fans on KHBT. My guest tonight, Tom the Blues Ignarski. And now what has become a sort of weekly tradition here on Super Movie Fans, show corrections. Now these are notes from our producer, Todd. How you doing, Todd?
Real good, Pat.
So on last week's show, it says here, Tom said that the Sears Tower was originally constructed to hold all of Michael Jordan's MVP trophies. Turns out, the Sears Tower was constructed in 1973, when His Airness was only 10 years old.
We might have to double fact check that one, Pat.
I think you're right. I think we're going to double fact check that. This is from Tuesday's show. It says, Tom and Pat discussed in detail the plot of Jurassic Park as if it were an actual event, neglecting to tell the listeners it was a movie at all.
Come on, don't be stupid now.
Yeah, don't be stupid. Come on, everybody knows that really happened. This next note, this is from our Smokey and the Bandit tribute show, where Tom said Burt Reynolds' mustache on Michael Jordan's face would have won the Bulls at least 3 more championships.
Pat, what's the issue with that? Should it be more?
Yeah, I think maybe it should have been more. Here, it follows up here. It says, Tom went on to say that this was a proven study by the Jordan Institute of Basketball. No such study or institution exists. This next one here looks like it says Tom and Pat on last week's show made the assertion that Michael Jordan got his talents by drinking from the Chicago River when it was dyed green for St. Patrick's Day.
Where's the correction, Todd?
Todd, where's the correction on that? Am I missing something?
Todd, where's it at? I don't see nothing wrong with that.
We all know that's the truth. Okay, time now for listener mail. Our listener mail, we got all sorts today. This one's from Mandy T. from Rolling Meadows. She says, hey Pat, what's the deal with this show? I thought you were a sports show. What's this about movies? Well, Mandy, thanks for writing. With the postponement of professional sports, Tom and I decided to split the bill on some streaming services, so we've been doing that. But thanks for writing. Bob S. from Cicero says, Tom, this one's for you, Tom. Listen up. It says, Tom, I was trying to watch Blues Brothers on DVD, but kept getting an error message. What's the deal with that?
Well, Bob, the disc red error message is likely an issue with the optics starting to fail. Is your player a Sony or Samsung pre-2016? If so, it's as simple as cleaning the lens. Unfortunately, due to the Digital Video Disc Act of 2017 and the advent of Blu-ray, 4K, and other high-resolution media discs, more modern players are a little trickier to fix. Any tampering with the inner pieces of a DVD or Blu-ray player, and you could be voiding a warranty. That brings us to point B. Contact your manufacturer directly to inquire about a warranty. Chances are, if you or a loved one purchased a product at a major retail outlet in the past 3 years, you are eligible for a free repair. Parts and services included.
All right, this next one, this from Bob from Cicero again, that same guy. He says, never mind, I had in Blues Brothers 2000, that's why it wouldn't play.
Well, there you go.
And on that note, for Tom Ignarski, I've been Pat Delaney. Join us again next week for more Super Movie Fans, where we dive deep into the film, The Greatest Showman.
Hey, you know Michael Jordan turned down the lead role in that film, Supposed to be about the Bulls, but he dropped out. That's why it's about a circus guy.